Cooper Time in the house. What's up, Cooper Time? What you getting into? Coming up my way for Thanksgiving? Nice. Binge eat some food? I'm always down for that, man. Sounds good to me. Yeah, we should make a fucking meal, dude. Me, you, Jolf, whoever else. We should cook. I think that's a good idea. When is Thanksgiving? Like a week or something? Okay, sounds good, man. I'm looking forward to it. I want some turkey and some stuffing. I like the dark meat turkey, man. You could have all the fucking white meat you want, bro. I just want the dark meat. Some macaroni and cheese, some stuffing. Maybe some dips and stuff. Who knows, man? Trying to get these fantasy football teams on track right now, but damn, we went 2-2 this week. This team, Nick's Chubb, that's 4-6, is like leading the league in points, but somehow I'm 4-6. It's kind of frustrating. Dark meat is not good unless we're talking about the ladies. Yeah, I figured you'd have some sort of dark meat joke ready for me there. I really do like dark meat turkey, though. I don't really even understand why people don't understand that it's way better than the white meat. It's so much tastier, juicier. A lot of people disagree with me, though. White meat's just, like, dry. I don't get it. This team is fucking 2-8. Like, fucking shit. How many people make the playoffs? Week 16 and 17 is playoffs, so we got 15 weeks of the regular season, and we're fucking 2-8. We only have 5 games left. I'm pretty sure it's impossible for us to make the playoffs at this point. We'd have to win the next 5 games and somehow make the playoffs at 7-8. I don't even think it's possible, honestly. There's already 4 teams that have 7 wins. We would be finishing with 7 wins. If these teams end up losing every single game, then these teams would be winning games. There's no way. We're out. We're fucking ineligible, aren't we? I wish it would tell you. I wish it would be like, hey, your team is mathematically ineligible to make the playoffs, you know? No one has cinched the playoffs because there'd be a little, like, asterisk if they did, but I'm pretty sure I've been eliminated. I mean, there's just no way, right? 7-8, we would need, like, the perfect, like, I don't think it's possible. Alan and the family, Jumping Jets, So Fucking Free. Yeah, so Alan and the family and So Fucking Free are playing each other this week, so one of them's going to get a win. The other one's going to get a loss. We would need So Fucking Free to lose. And then this week, So Fucking Free is playing AC2, and then we need him to lose AC2. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I feel like we've been mathematically eliminated, and if we've been mathematically eliminated, then I don't want to pay attention to this team, because it's just a waste of fucking time. I'd rather focus on the other teams, make money playing poker or something. You like your poultry, dry it out. Juicy turkey's disgusting to you. Ah, man. I like the dark meat turkey. That's it, man. I don't know. I don't get it. It's got way more flavor. We're gonna have to agree to disagree on this one. This team's fucked. I don't think there's any way to win, and if there's no way to win, then I'm done trying because it's a waste of my fucking time. I'm pretty sure we're just fucked. Oh yeah, we got all our players on a bye this week. That's fun, yeah. This team is just so fucked. Oh, he's on a bye too. Yeah, it's great. Oh, this is great. Whatever. I'll make sure to pick up a quarterback. I'll make sure this team, like... I'll make sure this team is, like, functioning this week or what have you. Oh, we're going to have to drop somebody, too, because Njoku's not on the IR anymore. I mean, who am I going to drop? I guess I could drop Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He only had 4 snaps last week. He's obviously not somebody they're trying to play football with. Yeah, we should drop Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Alright. Pretty sick how you draft these guys in the top 3 rounds and you end up dropping them 10 weeks later anyway. So, whatever. This guy's gone. This guy's off the IR. This team is fucked. This team's cooked. This team is like a... This team's turkey is cooked, that's for sure. Need a quarterback. Who the fuck am I gonna drop to pick up a quarterback? You know? Like, there's no one to even drop. I'll have to drop, like, Latavius Murray. So, I'm not going to spend any time on this team. It's just looking like pretty much a waste. Looks like we just pretty much have been eliminated. We're going to make sure we roster quarterback and start a quarterback this week so we get the points. We'll still try to win and all that. We'll keep our team going just in case some sort of miracle gets us in, but I don't even think we can ask for a miracle here. I think we're just definitely eliminated. Alright, let's go to the next team. Well, let's go back real fast. Let's just take a look. Some decent tight ends out there. Not much out here, though. I think for quarterback, we're probably... I don't know. I think we should probably go with Mariota. So he gets some running. I don't know. He doesn't throw the ball a lot, though. Maybe we should go with Kirk Cousins. Actually. Oh, Dallas defense? Yeah, I think Mariota's the guy, although I don't love it. Or maybe Garoppolo. He had 0 touchdowns last week. He'll probably do better than that this week. We don't want Goff. We don't want Stafford. I think it's probably going to be Mariota or Garoppolo for us this week. We don't want to play Derek Carr against Denver defense. Cousins against Dallas, man. Dallas defense just too good, right? Fuck that. Alright, we're done with this team. Looks like this team's fucked. But these other 3 teams, definitely in contention. I think that Areza and the gang has won 2 games in a row. So this was a team that I thought was about to be kind of eliminated. Now they've won 2 games in a row. We're in first place over here. And Nick's Chubb, I'm pretty sure, is first place in points. But for some reason, we're in 6th place because we're just so incredibly unlucky, I guess. I guess that's why. Oh, man, we're going to have a lot to do this week. This week 11, I have a shitload of buys on this week 11. This week 11 is going to be tough for us, actually. They dropped Taysom Hill? I mean, as soon as you do that is when he's going to have a huge game. Wilson available. Wilson available. What? Who's that? Who's this guy? Jeff Wilson? Oh, on his bye week. Yeah, oh, you'll trade us a player who's on a bye? What? Why would he be available? You don't have many running backs, dude. And you have 2 running backs on bye in week 14. So what are you going to do? Fuck yeah, I'll trade for his Jeff Wilson. His team will be fucked if he does that. Wilson available. Anyone need a running back? He's wanting to shop Jeff Wilson. I'm guessing because he watched some fantasy football show where they said Jeff Wilson is a good sell high guy, especially since it's his bye week. But the guy has no running back depth on his fucking team. He only has Derrick Henry, Cordarrelle Patterson, Antonio Gibson, and Jeff Wilson. That's it. He has 4 running backs, and 2 of them are on bye 3 weeks from now. Patterson and Gibson, bye week 14. So he's going to trade away Wilson Jr.? What? He's going to just shoot himself in the foot doing that. I have the number 1 waiver in this league. I have the number 1 fucking waiver. Let's go. Alright, 7-3. We're number 1 in points. We have the most moves made. We're trying the hardest. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, so... let's see what we got. Dallas defense against Minnesota is going to be tough, but... I mean... what are you gonna really do? We also have Dallas's kicker. Alright, we got Dobbins and Edward. Oh, shit. This guy's questionable now. Oh, Waller's IR, though. We can move Waller into the IR. We can move this guy off of here. That fixes that. So we got Waller and Dobbins in the IR now. So we picked up the Bucks tight end, and I kind of like this dude for the future because the Bucks are kind of coming on strong, but they're on a bye this week, so we're just gonna have to drop him, I guess. Drop Otten for Tyreek Hill's on a bye, Mostert's on a bye, Metcalf's on a bye, Tua's on a bye, but we got Jalen Hurts. We have Cooper and Thielen. It kind of sucks that we've got Thielen, though, because Thielen's playing against our Dallas defense. Thielen's also not really having a great year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's got less than 5 catches a game, 50 yards a game, right? Like, maybe we could just drop Thielen. Honestly. Like, especially since he's playing against my own fucking defense. I don't want them to have a good game on offense. Maybe it's time to just drop Adam Thielen. And it's not a big deal to drop him and start someone else this week, because after Tyreek Hill comes off of his bye this week, and after DK Metcalf comes off of his bye this week, we're going to have Cooper and Metcalf and Hill. They're going to start every single time, right? So we don't need Thielen. So we're dropping Thielen, sounds like, for a receiver that we'd prefer to start over him this week, and then we're not going to need him again anyway. And we need a tight end. No one on our bench is, like, fucking droppable, though. This is tough. This is annoying. Obviously, you don't need to roster 2 quarterbacks, but do I want to drop Tua Tagovailoa and watch somebody else pick him up and beat me in the playoffs with Tua Tagovailoa or something? No. And you probably don't want to play him against Buffalo. Maybe not against San Francisco either. What's he got? San Francisco's week 13, Buffalo's 15. 13 and 15. He's got Tennessee's defense and then at Chicago. And it's not great either. So, we're definitely dropping Otton for a tight end. That's easy. And we're going to drop Thielen for a wide receiver. So that's pretty easy too. And we're not... No, that's fine. We do have people to drop. Otton for the tight end, and we're dropping Thielen for the wide receiver, and we're keeping everybody else. It's fine. That's what we're going to do. That's the plan. We have the number 1 waiver, although I don't know. I don't know that we're really going to use it, but if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. Let's put Hill in the tight end section. Yeah, maybe Samuel's the one we want. I don't know. Houston's pretty good at defense, though. Who do we want? Do we want Drake London against Chicago? I don't really think so. Maybe this Christian Watson guy for Green Bay who just had fucking 3 touchdowns in 1 game. Should we think he'll have another good game? I don't know what wide receiver we want. Thielen's rated more Thielen's projected more points than anyone who's available. I think we want Samuel. Samuel, London, Watson. What's up, Michael? Sorry, I'm just seeing your message. What do I think of the trade? Traded Walker. Talking about Kenneth Walker? Yeah, I'm not so sure, man. Doesn't sound like you added a wide receiver. You traded a wide receiver and a running back for wide receiver, running back, and all four of those players are pretty good. Sounds close, man. I think if you liked it, man, that was the best thing. Jeff Wilson and Walker both on buys this week, so you don't lose or gain any points there. But you didn't add a wide receiver. Do you think that Higgins is gonna have a better rest of the year than Juju? Maybe. Probably. He's probably more likely to, like, T. Higgins probably has a higher floor with targets than Juju, which is good. We could keep, well, no, I guess we couldn't. I guess we couldn't. New Orleans defense home against the Rams could be a good play this week. We have the number 1 waiver, but I don't see anyone that we'd want to use this waiver on. I'm not using my number 1 waiver on any of these skill players here. It's not happening. You could use the number 1 waiver on the kicker, Justin Tucker. That seems a little crazy, though. But, I mean, who's really going to, like, emerge in the NFL after this week, week 12, week 13, this deep into the season? Who's really going to be somebody that we would want to spend our number 1 waiver on anyway? Like, what plausible scenario is there where some guy gets hurt and we need to pick up another guy real bad? I just hardly even see one. What's up, Bob, Jimmy? Chilling, man. Setting my fantasy squads. Hoping to make some money on these fantasy teams. This team's our first place team right now. This team's looking pretty good, but we're sorting some things out. What was I just talking about? Oh, fuck, I don't remember. Oh, the waiver. I mean, let's go to kickers. Average points a game. All players. I mean, Justin Tucker is number 1. I mean, it's silly. It's the kicker or whatever, but my kicker is going to score 1 to 2 points more per game than your kicker. Isn't that what we're looking for in this fantasy football world? Maybe we should use our number 1 waiver on Justin Tucker. Sounds crazy, but this guy has made fucking 5 50-yard plus field goals, which is 5 points a pop, and he's made 3 40-yarders on the year. Tucker is tied with Jason Myers as the top fantasy kicker through 9 weeks. The All-Pros made 26 extra points, made 90% of his field goals. He's got 5 field goals at 50 or more yards. It puts him in a tie with Daniel Carlson for the league lead. It seems silly to spend a waiver on the kicker, but it's one of the toughest things to think about fantasy football season long is the waiver situation, because are they going to use their waivers? Are they not going to use their waivers? Should I use my... What if they're all using their waivers this week? I could use mine on Justin Tucker. It could wrap back around. Oh, a few weeks from now, I might have the number 1 waiver again if I hold off on using it. But if you hold off on using it the whole time, last year I just held off on using it, and I never fucking used it. It was just a waste, and I could have gotten whoever. Any waivers you think I should pick up in a 6-man league? No, man, no suggestions for 6-man leagues. Got a few players on by this week? Yeah, I do. I do indeed. Oh yeah, we need a tight end. Which tight end do we want? Do we want Hayden Hurst? Probably, right? It's probably who we want. It's Hayden Hurst. Yeah, Hayden Hurst is number 2 here. They like Foster Moreau. I'm not playing him against Denver. I think Hayden Hurst, coming off a bye week at Pitt's probably a good one. I have no tight end. My team's in first place, but I have like no tight end. Oh, we got Waller, who's been hurt all year. We need a fucking tight end. Oh, Taysom Hill's out there. Shit. That's who just got dropped. Right? Maybe that's who we should use our number 1 waiver on. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. We're going to spend our number 1 waiver on Taysom Hill. And it seems, whatever, a little bit crazy, but when this bro's on, he's on. He hasn't scored for a few weeks. 0 points, 1 point, but he also has 15 points, 34 points, 9.5 points, 8 points, almost 8 points. He's probably number one for available tight ends in terms of average points, I'm guessing. Season average, filter, boom. Yeah, Taysom Hill by far. Tyler Conklin's in there. Oh, I forgot about him. He had 10 targets against New England, but then he only had 2 targets against Buffalo. They're playing New England again. Last time he played New England, he did great. New England gives up a lot of points to tight ends. Could go Tyler Conklin. Could go Hill, Conklin, and then who's the other guy? Hurst. Juwan Johnson's been kind of tearing it up too. I don't know. I don't like it though. Evan Ingram's on a bye. I think these are the 3 guys we're trying to get. Hill, Conklin, Hurst. Then it's like, well, maybe I won't spend my waiver. Why am I spending my number 1 waiver on someone like this? We can get one of these 3 guys. We can get one of these 3 guys. Whatever. Hill's who I want, though. If we can't get Hill, then I'll get Conklin. Fine. I'll get Tyler Conklin. Use the waiver or don't use the waiver. It's kind of a tough one, man. We've got the number 1 kicker and the number 1 tight end available in terms of average points per game this year. Out of the available players, anyway. The thing is, it's like, yeah, maybe I should use it. Maybe I should use the waiver. I mean, just... what else are we going to use it on? For the rest of the year, I'm going to be playing Jalen Hurts as my quarterback, or Tua, every single week. After these bye weeks are done, I'm going to have Cooper and Hill and Metcalf at wide receiver every single week with probably Chubb and Eckler. Or I could start 3 running backs. I've got Miles Sanders, I've got Jamal Williams, I've got Raheem Mostert, I've got the fucking Ravens running backs. I got it all. I think I might use my number 1 waiver on Justin Tucker. It's just like, get the number 1 kicker. Every point counts. He's ahead 1.5 points a game compared to everyone else. 2 points a game according to, in comparison to everyone else. And he probably is going to get more opportunities to kick 50-yard field goals than most of these teams. Their offense, the Ravens, move the ball. He's going to be in the red zone. He's going to be in scoring position. They know they trust him more than any other team trusts their kicker. He's going to get a lot of attempts. He's going to get more scoring opportunities than the rest of them. Seems silly, but if I don't care which wide receiver I get this week, Samuel, London, or Watson, and I don't really care what tight end I get, Hill, Conklin, or Hurst, then why spend my number 1 waiver on one of those guys? I could spend my number 1 waiver on Tucker. I've got the best kicker. Darren Waller, I don't know what to say about this guy. I mean, is this like just a lost season? And the team's going to be so bad, just like... this tight end situation's bad for us. We can maybe try to trade for a tight end. I wonder if there's anybody in this league this week that has a good tight end that needs like a running back or something. I mean, I've got Jamal Williams on my bench. I've got these Ravens running backs on my bench. These are startable running backs. mean, I could happily trade away Jamal Williams and Gus Edwards, or Jamal Williams and Raheem Mostert, or Mostert and Edwards or something for a stud tight end. I'd be so happy. And I'd still have plenty of running backs to start. This guy's got a hurt tight end now. Holy shit, out for 4 weeks? Who's the Eagles' backup tight end? Grant Calcaterra? Who the fuck is that? So this guy's going to be looking for a tight end too. Hold up. Hold up. Ertz is hurt too. Holy shit. Everyone's going to be having tight end problems. He's got Andrews coming back from injury. He's rostering 2 kickers. Shit, yeah, let's go. This is my team, I mean. This is the guy who just dropped Taysom Hill, so I'm guessing he's got somebody else. Okay, he's got Dalton Schultz. But he's not going to trade him away. This guy has Higbee. And that's it. This guy's got Hawkinson and Everett, and he's on a losing team. And he only has 2 running backs on his team, one of which is on bye this week, and another that's getting his bye soon. We should easily be able to trade this guy a running back for one of his 2 tight ends. We can get Hawkinson for the Vikings, or we can get Gerald Everett for the Chargers. Gerald Everett hasn't been looking so hot. It's hard to trade for a guy who's not doing very well. Hawkinson's on a new team. They're playing Dallas this week, Hawkinson, which kind of sucks. But the rest of their schedule ain't so bad. Oh, man. Hey, what's up, Blappy Poker? Hope you're doing well. Trey McBride. Oh, he's filling in for Ertz. Okay. That could be an option, yeah. The Cardinals love to throw. Well, we're not doing... I don't know if you do Auction.ly or whatever you're doing with the paying for people, but... Yeah, this is just season-long. Use your waiver if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to. Kind of thing. Alright, we'll write his name down. The tough decision for me in these leagues is whether to use the waiver or not, Lappy, you know? That's always tough. Do I want to spend it or not? Because if you don't spend it, you're wasting it. But if you spend it, then you wish you had it for next week. I've had quite a few weeks this week where I wished I was sitting there with my waiver after I spent it. And there's weeks where I wish I'd spent it. God, he's got a hurt Cooper Kupp, too, this guy. Holy shit. I mean, we could trade this guy fucking... We could probably trade this guy, like, Gus Edwards and Jamal Williams for fucking... Or, I don't know. I kind of want to trade Mostert because now he's got another running back. Oh, he's on a bye this week. I can't trade this guy Mostert and help him out with his Kenneth Walker situation. I could trade Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders just had a bad week, and I already got Hurts on my team. I don't really want Hurts and Miles Sanders. Maybe I could trade Miles Sanders. What if I traded him like Miles Sanders for Hawkinson straight up? I wonder what it would say. Because I feel like this guy would click accept. Yeah, it would make both our teams better. It would help him out because he'd have a running back for this week. And it would help me out because I'd improve my tight end situation. They think it's going to make me points the next 3 weeks and cost me points the next 4. Okay, I don't know if that's really true. Wow, that's a decent one. Waivers don't reset each week? No. No, I have the #1 waiver because... How do I explain it? It's like a wraparound. Like, if somebody spends their waiver, they go back to the back of the pack, right? So if you don't use it, you get to keep your waiver priority. As soon as you use the #1 waiver, you go to the back. But then if other people use their waivers, you start moving back up the list again. It's like a revolving list, but it doesn't reset each week, Lappy. Oh, you have it so that the last place team will get the first waiver every time? It's probably more fair, to be honest. But I don't know. This is kind of fun strategically in terms of when you want to hold your waiver, when you want to spend it. Yeah, these are the default Yahoo settings. These are just random Yahoo leagues. I think we're just going to trade this guy, one of our running backs that we don't give a shit about, for his Hawkinson just so we have a fucking tight end. I mean, we could pick up Conklin Hurst, this McBride guy you're talking about. Keep my priority then, because this isn't a good week to spend it, you don't think? I was thinking that too, man, but it, like, at this... Well, this is the thing, Lappy. I mean, I think it's a little bit more complicated than that, because... If you look at my roster construction, my team is pretty set. You know what I mean? Like, after this Week 11 bye bullshit, where I got all these players on bye, for the rest of the year, I'm going to start Jalen Hurts at quarterback. I've got Cooper, I've got Metcalf, I've got Tyreek Hill. My running backs are stacked. I've got Chubb, Sanders, Eckler, Jamal Williams, Mostert, Edwards, Dobbins. Like, I'm never going to need, like, there's never going to be anybody available over the next 4 or 5 weeks that I'm going to want to spend my #1 waiver on that's ever going to start over any of those guys. Once waivers are done. Exactly, yeah. So basically what happens, Lappy, is that tonight, well, you need to put in your waivers. If you want to spend your waiver, priority, you have to put your waivers in today. Okay? And then whoever has the highest priority will get that player. You can put in multiple waiver claims. There's lots you can do. You can stagger the waiver claims. Then at like 3 a.m. Eastern time, the shit starts to like go through. And you have to kind of go to the player list and you have to kind of refresh at like 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. And then eventually these players that are on waivers till the 16th, which is most of them, it's everyone except for the players who were just recently dropped. Eventually, this roster status will change to FA, free agency, and then you can just pick them up without spending anything. So, I mean, I know how it works, Lappy. I know what you're saying. Don't waste your waiver. Just pick them up on free agency. But at this point in the season, that we're week 11, week 12, my roster's pretty set. I'm actually seriously considering spending my waiver on kicker Justin Tucker, or spending my waiver on Taysom Hill, just in case they start giving him the ball more and he has these big spike weeks at tight end because I need a tight end. Because like I said, I'm not going to spend a waiver. There's not going to be some quarterback that comes out of nowhere over the next 6 weeks. There's probably not going to be any running backs that come out of nowhere over the next 6 weeks unless somebody gets hurt. And even if they did, I'm still going to have Chubb and Sanders and Eckler and Jamal Williams and Raheem Mostert and Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins anyway. So, like, how are they ever going to even contribute on my team? So, to me, it might actually be smart, even though it's normally stupid to do this, I think it might actually be smart for me to use my waiver on Justin Tucker this week, get the best kicker, the guy who's going to get the most opportunities, who's going to have more 50-yard field goals than anybody else, and just get him. And then my team's got the best kicker to go with one of the best quarterbacks and the best running back core or whatever. It sounds silly, but Man, I've been at this fantasy football shit for like the last 5 years. 4 years, pretty hardcore. I think the waivers is one of the trickiest things. Because in the beginning, I'm with you. Don't waste the waiver. Don't waste the waiver unless it's somebody really fucking good. Just get them off free agency. Save the priority for when someone goes down. But now that we're like later on, to me it's like fuck it. Use it. Fucking use it. Get Justin Tucker. Go back through the waivers again. Like, we're not going to need to use it anyway. Who else are we going to use it on ever for the rest of the year, you know? So it's kind of interesting. Lots of strategy in this season long. It's like worse than poker. I want to offer this guy a trade, though, for his tight end. Well, I'll check out the other teams first, but this guy's got Hawkinson, and I think we can just easily trade for him. If this guy is, like, paying attention to his team and shit. This the Marvel guy was looking to trade. He's got Kmet and Freiermuth, and This Najee Chase Pitt Mahomes is definitely, like, a good player. I've been watching how he works. He's starting Dolchich over fucking Kyle Pitts. I'm not really wanting to trade for either one of those guys. NYG has got Kelsey and Njoku. Wow. He's got 2 good ones. Maybe we can trade for Njoku. I mean, we should easily be able to trade for Njoku, right? He's playing Buffalo this week. This guy has a running back, 2 running backs on a bye, so this guy needs a running back too. Holy shit. He needs a running back. Who's he going to pick up? He's going to pick up like fucking Chubba Hubbard or fucking Pacheco or something. This guy has no running backs. And he's 7-3. What's he going to do this week? He's got no Etienne. He's got no Fournette. Maybe we could trade for his fucking Kelsey. I mean, I don't think he'll ever give him to us, but he has Njoku. He's got no running back. Shouldn't I just be able to try to trade him fucking whatever? Miles Sanders for Kelsey? Miles Sanders and Jamal Williams for Kelsey? I don't know. I don't think he's going to do it, but this guy is pretty fucked this week. He's going to have to, like, throw the week. He's got Allen Robinson starting. Jeez. This guy's team's got some really good quality players, but then he's got some pretty shitty ones. Wow. So let's do trade running back for tight end, and then said Jason's team. Who's this guy? NYG. What the fuck? Barkley's back. He's got Kittle. That's it. He's not going to trade Kittle. Looks like we have 2 teams we can trade with. I wish I could do better at the trades. The trades never seem to go through. I never seem to get like the responses I want from the trades. Let's see how much we're fucking this guy over if we try to take his Kelsey from him. Wow. I mean, the tight end position is pretty huge. He has no running back this week, though. I think Kelsey's just too good that we're not going to be able to, even if we gave him, like, it's just not going to matter. He'd probably rather, he would probably rather throw the week than trade Kelsey to me for whatever running backs I'm offering him. He'd rather just roll with one of these free agent running backs and save his Kelsey, you know? Like, I think Jason's team is the guy we got to target for this trade. Trade deadline's in like 2 days or something, too. Said if we trade this guy Sanders for Hawkinson, that it's a fair trade, and I don't really want Sanders because I already have Jalen Hurts and I've got other running backs. I don't think this guy is going to do it, but I think start getting the trade talks going would be good for things. We want your Hawkinson. We're giving you Miles Sanders. I mean, it says we both win in the long run doing this somehow. I need tight end. Whatever. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to send the trade proposal. Alright, we proposed that trade. I'm still kind of undecided what to do with the waiver. Like Lappy was saying, it's best to just save your waiver, and then when a fucking star running back gets hurt or something, you pick up, you know, when Dalvin Cook gets hurt, you pick up Alexander Madison, or when, you know, that's how you do it. 9 times out of 10. But at this point, we're this deep in the season. I'm 7-3. My team's looking pretty stacked. I just don't know what scenario is going to play out in the next 4 or 5 weeks where we'd actually wish we had the number 1 waiver to pick someone up to start over who. Like, there's not going to be a guy to start over Jalen Hurts. There's not going to be a skill player that's going to be better than my skill players. If there was a tight end that popped out somewhere, that'd be great. These tight ends that are available, we could probably just get off free agency. Taysom Hill is inconsistent as fuck. Taysom Hill hasn't scored for like 3 or 4 weeks, but if you look at all the available tight ends, average points per game, Taysom Hill is way ahead here. Even if we go to all players, average points per game, Taysom Hill, look at that. Taysom Hill is a top 6 tight end this year. That's how bad the tight ends are this year. So there's a top 6 tight end available on waivers. Why don't we spend our waiver on him and just hope that they start fucking giving Taysom Hill the ball again? He had a 34-point week in week 5. 14 points, 9 points, 8 points, 8 points. What if we spend our number 1 waiver on Taysom Hill and just plug him in at tight end and say, let's go, boy. He's a top 6 tight end this year. Trade for Gerald Everett? Yeah, but Gerald Everett hasn't done shit, man. I looked at that guy's Gerald Everett. He hasn't been doing anything. I know you're saying cheaper, but why do we mind losing Sanders? Fuck it, man. I'll start Chubb and Eckler and Raheem Mostert every week. Or we got the Ravens running backs coming back. That's really who I want to be playing. We got Jamal Williams too. But I don't really like the Lions. We might go 3 receivers. We might go Cooper, Hill, and Metcalf, and we might just play 2 running backs the whole way, Chubb and Eckler. If Taysom Hill is a free agent, why not just pick him up after the waivers process? Well, we could do that, Lappy, but if somebody else spends their waiver on him, then we won't get him. Now, you might say, well, is anybody really going to spend their waiver on Taysom Hill? I think the answer is maybe, because some of these guys need tight ends. Like, you looked at this guy's team, Goddard just got hurt, he's got no tight end. I think these guys are going to be spending their waivers on Taysom Hill, and I have the number 1 waiver. He's got a hurt Zach Ertz. Okay, he's got Andrews coming back, though. Like, some of these people are fucked on tight end. He hasn't been picked up all this time. No, he has been. He just recently was dropped. What do you mean, Lappy? What are you trying to laugh at me for? You're, like, giving me all the strategy. You don't even know what the fucking league settings are or what's even going on. You're trying to, like, talk down to me and laugh at me. I'm laughing at you, dude. What the fuck? You just love to drop your knowledge on everybody. In a very arrogant, narcissistic way. Is that it? Yeah, man, so I don't know what I'm going to do with the waiver yet. I just made a trade for tight end. We could definitely wait for Hill to clear waivers. My point is that we're not going to spend this number 1 waiver on anything else. If I thought that my team needed, like, a miracle running back waiver ad in the next 3 weeks, or wide receiver or something, or quarterback, I mean, I've got Tua and I've got Jalen Hurts. If Jalen Hurts breaks his leg this week, I've still got Tua. Like, we're just so stacked. I feel like I'm going to use my waiver on Taysom Hill or Justin Tucker. Go ahead, laugh at me if you want to. I think it's a smart play. All the points count. Taysom Hill hasn't done shit, and he's inconsistent as fuck, but the tight ends are terrible. I just tried to trade for a tight end. I don't know why you're wanting to laugh at whatever. It's like we're having to explain to you how the settings even work. He hasn't been available this whole time. He's 62% rostered. I don't think that he's a player that would be normally worthy of spending a number 1 waiver on, but like I said, there's not really anything else we're going to be spending it on. We have a need at tight end, and he's the top 6 tight end, so There's only 5 tight ends that have scored more points than this guy on average this year. Seems like we can maybe grab him. Justin Tucker's the #1 kicker this year. We could grab him. No one else could stop us because we got the #1 waiver. Yeah, it's funny, Lappy. It is funny. I mean, maybe once you understand all the league settings and what's going on with the team, then we can actually talk about what we want to do. I'd value your advice. I'm pretty sure you're a very smart guy, but I don't know. If we don't use the waiver, we're gonna have the #1 waiver still, but we don't get any points for that, for maintaining the #1 waiver. I don't know who's gonna come up next week, Lappy, that we're gonna want to spend it on. I don't know what's gonna happen. Are the Pittsburgh Steelers going to say we're benching Najee Harris the rest of the year and Jaylen Warren's going to get the start? So now we're going to wish that we have the #1 waiver so we could spend it on Jaylen Warren next week. I'm still not going to start Jaylen Warren over the running backs I have. That would seem like more of a waste to me than spending the #1 waiver on Justin Tucker or Taysom Hill, who could actually be a starter for our team for the remainder of the season. And they're top 6 in their respective positions. Nothing funny about that. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I think the waiver is better spent at this point with this particular team. With this particular field of players available. Who the fuck are we even going to want to fucking get? I don't get it. Like, Kyron Williams has a huge game for the Rams, and all of a sudden everyone's hustling to pick him up off waivers. I just don't see it. Cordarrelle Patterson gets hurt again. Everyone grabs Al Gair. That would be a good pickup. That would be a good one. I feel like we should spend it on Hill, if anyone, because the kickers, obviously, they score similarly to each other. It's not like a big discrepancy. The kickers are going to be like kind of whatever, even though Justin Tucker might have more opportunities than everyone else. Let's look at remaining games, projected. Kickers, all players, go. Justin Tucker's got 76 projected, yay! But I mean, there's fucking 6 guys over 70. This guy's available, McPherson. Not that this is anything that's going to be super accurate necessarily, but I don't know. There's a 10-point gap here. It's 2 points a game for the next 5 games. 2 points a game could matter. Tight ends, remaining projected points. See, they don't have projected points for Taysom Hill, do they? Because they don't know, like, no one knows what he's gonna do. He's so inconsistent. He's not projected shit. He's projected 4 points a game. The last 2 games he hasn't scored anything. Which is funny because they lost. Anytime they give this guy the ball, they win. 34 points, Taysom Hill, they win the game. They beat Seattle. 15 fantasy points for Taysom Hill, they win the game. Anytime they don't give Taysom Hill the ball, they fucking lose. So, fuck the Saints. I think we're going to end up spending this waiver on Taysom Hill and hoping that they get back to giving him the ball and it spikes up. I think that's what we're going to do. I want Justin Tucker, but spending a waiver on a kicker when we already have the Cowboys kicker, who's a good offense, who can score a lot of points. Plus, if I have the Raven in a really picky sort of way, if I already have the Ravens running backs and stuff that I might end up starting down the road, I want them to score points. I don't really want the kicker to get the points. Dallas, I only really have their defense and their kicker. I've got one share of Ezekiel Elliott on another team. This team is stacked, but the tight end is so bad. We've got to get this tight end done. I don't know that this guy is going to trade us a tight end, but we just offered him a fucking Eagles running back. Coming off a bad game, which kind of sucks. I wish he came off a good game, but trading him Mostert doesn't help because Mostert's on a bye, and I don't know that he's going to really dig the Jamal Williams idea. Maybe he would. I would give this guy Sanders and Jamal Williams for Hawkinson just to fucking have that tight end every single week the rest of the way. We don't want to play Thielen this week because they're playing against our own defense. I think we got this team pretty much figured out. Just, do we want to spend the waiver or not? I think we do. I think we do this week. There's not going to be a guy we're like, oh fuck. If only I had my number one waiver. I don't see that scenario happening. I think I'm just going to use it on Taysom Hill and pray they start giving me the ball more. I think the Saints coach is fucking terrible. I don't think we have much hope in the coach doing the right thing, but alright, let's go to the next team. We need to just put the note. Here we go. Yo, what's up? Hanging out. Cool. It's always fun. Oh man, this chick is always wanting to trade. My entire team is for trade, looking for solid running backs. Thanks and good luck. How adorbs. We're 4-6. This league's ridiculous. I somehow have managed to score 1,216 points in 10 games. So 121 points a game. I'm number one in points. And it's not really even close. And we're 4-6. So every week I've just so happened to have like the unluckiest fucking matchup possible, I guess. Like, this is worse than No Limit Texas Hold'em. Yeah, 100 points, but he puts up 120. 170 points, okay. Okay, and then we had a really low week, so we're just inconsistent as fuck. Now back to 165 points. 126. So he scored 91, but he has 111. Another big week. Yeah, we're just really inconsistent. Look at this. We put up 124. Oh, I got 150. What? And 104 to 117. 107 to 111. Look at this shit. If we played like any other team, I don't know. Just seems tough. Seems tough to be 4-6, leading the league in points. What's our waiver? Our waiver's 4. Okay. Hi, little dude. I'm doing okay, man. How are you doing? Thanks for asking. Thanks for coming in here and asking how I'm doing, making normal, friendly conversation, you know, instead of just being a huge fucking cock ass like some people. Tough losses. Yeah, it happens. It happens. We're just gonna do the best we can with these decisions, man. Fucking, they're getting. It's kind of tough this week because we got a lot of people on buy Metcalf shares. All of our Dolphins players, Tua, and Tyreek Hill. You trying, man? Still going? Yeah, I guess we're all, you know, still putting one foot in front of the other, no matter how tough it may be. Little dude, you playing some fantasy football? You pokering? What's up? Fantasy football is getting pretty exciting. I can't believe this fucking team is number 1 in points and we're 4-6. We just need to get some wins and we're going to have the points tiebreaker. We just need to get it done. I mean, Lutz ain't fucking cutting it, probably. Oh yeah, Njoku's not on IR anymore. So we're going to have to drop someone. Tyreek Hill's on a bye. Oh yeah, we're going to need a wide receiver, aren't we? Oh, fuck. Yeah, fucking shit, man. Okay, we can drop Jalen Warren. And we have 3 quarterbacks. We could drop Deshaun Watson, but I don't really want anyone else to get him. I'd rather somebody else get Jalen Warren, I think. Well, we're going to have to drop somebody. Oh, we got Taysom Hill on this team. Which is funny. Like, I want to use my waiver. I want to use my waiver on Taysom Hill on the other team, but on this team, I feel like fucking dropping him. Like, we need the root. Each roster construction and free agent market and this and that and who your teams have is going to dictate what you do. This team needs space because we need Tyreek Hill and we need Njoku to get off the IR. And you know what? We have Njoku and Kittle, so there's less need for us to have Taysom Hill and gamble on him. Sounds dumb, but great rewards in that crazy stuff. What do you mean? We can just drop our kicker right now and figure out kicker later, you know? That's one way to go about this. Will Lutz doesn't mean anything to us. Just fucking drop him. Make the room we need to get Njoku off this IR so we can keep managing our team. I forgot I want to go back to this team. I want to make sure the roster's typed in correctly. We've got Hurts. We've got Tua. We've got Thielen, Cooper, Metcalf, Hill. We've got Chubb, Eckler, Sanders, Jamal, Mostert, Edwards, Otten, Maher, Downs. Oh, I think we got everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. So we have an IR slot available. We need a kicker. And we need a wide receiver for this week. Oh, they put Beckham in there automatically. Yeah, I don't think Beckham's going to score too many points this week for us. So we could drop Jalen Warren. Or Taysom Hill, though. I mean, I don't know. I need him on that other team more than I'm worried about somebody else getting him in this league or some shit. I don't fucking know. He is inconsistent as fuck. We tried to trade for Hawkinson. I wonder if Tucker's available in this league, too. We got waiver 4 in this league. It's another league where we're obviously just going to be, like, the rest of the way here, it's Jacobs, Chubb, and Eckler. I mean, they already had their bye weeks. Our running backs are secure. We've got Chubb, Jacobs, Eckler the whole fucking way. We've got Rashad White as a backup. We don't really need Jalen Warren. Tight end, we've got Kittle, Taysom Hill, and Njoku. I mean, I do kind of want to hog them all. But we're going to need to drop somebody, so I think Taysom Hill is just going to be the odd man out. He's too inconsistent. We're going to keep Njoku over Tyreek Hill. And we're not going to drop anyone else. We're not dropping Rashad White. I'm not dropping the quarterback. I mean, I could drop Watson, but why would I let my opponent have a Watson share and beat me in the playoffs or something when he comes back? As you level up, daily, weekly, monthly. What? What? But yeah, great rewards and what? What are you talking about? Level up. Extra money. What are you talking about, though, Lil Dude? Are you talking about season-long fantasy football? What? You just randomly started saying great rewards for something, but I don't know what you mean. Great rewards for what? All right, let's see who's available. Gambling site tiers. You like? Oh yeah, you're into the betting the sports. You're into the old betting of the sports, aren't you, little dude? Betting sports scares shit out of me. It's so much fun to watch the game when you have a bet on the game, but it just fucking scares shit out of me, man. It always seems to not go the way you think it's gonna go. I hate betting over-unders. Not trying to sidetrack me. Oh, okay. I don't feel sidetracked, man. I just gotta go through this every Tuesday. Just write the shit down. Figure out what we want to do. Well, this year the unders was really good for the NFL for a while. God, I feel like I told myself that last year when I was fucking around with betting sports way more than I was this year, that everyone had the high scoring over-unders because the rules in the NFL now, right? There's just like more passing. The defenders can't do as much. Can't hit the quarterback, yada, yada. It's really set up for the offense to score more points. So they had all these high over-unders, but it was like the under every fucking time last year. And it happened again this year because the teams aren't doing as much in preseason. They're probably rusty. Like, the offense has to execute the play. The offense has to snap the ball, have the play go smoothly, have the timing down with the receivers and the handoffs and stuff. The defense can just go out there and fucking hit someone in the mouth and fly around and play defense. So I think it's easier on the defenses early on, maybe. Man, you're getting me excited to bet sports, but I know I got to stay away. What receiver do we want to play this week? I mean, I guess Cooper Kupp's hurt. They're saying go Allen Robinson, but the Rams are so fucking bad. The Rams are so bad. I mean, whatever. I would go with... I can't believe Tony is not projecting more points. Kadarius Toney, I mean, why is he not on this list? He's projected 5 points. He just had 17. And he had 2 rushes. They're like trying to give him the ball. Samuel gets a lot of rushes and stuff too. Let's just put like Tony, Samuel. I don't know. Those are the 2 I want, I guess. Paris Campbell had a big game with the new coaches, new offense. They're playing Philly though. Not as into it. Damn. Hardman didn't get a single touch in the game after he had 4 huge games in a row? The hell? The Chiefs' offense is like, you know Mahomes is going to do well, and you know Kelsey is going to do well, but everyone else, it seems like a freaking crapshoot. Julio Jones is on a bye. Well, we're getting these teams set up, man. We got 4 teams. We already looked at the first team. We're 2-8. Not good. We're in last place. I feel like we're just ineligible to make the playoffs at this point, but I still got the team pretty much set up. I have to drop one of my running backs and pick up a quarterback for this week. I'm going to make sure I do that and take care of the team, but it looks like we kind of have lost that one. The second team, we're in first place, and we have the number 1 waiver, and we know that we want to drop Adam Thielen because he's playing against Dallas defense this week, and I'm actually rostering Dallas's defense. So I'm going to drop Thielen for either Curtis Samuel or Drake London or this Christian Watson guy for Green Bay. And then we have Otten as our tight end for the Bucks. They're on a bye, so we can pick up Hill, we can pick up Conklin, we can pick up Hurst. Hobby Poker was kind enough to drop some knowledge on us about this Cardinals tight end. It could be a good pickup. And there's some people that have needs for running backs, and we have a shitload of good running backs. So we're looking to like trade a running back for a tight end. I sent somebody a trade offer for his Hawkinson share. The kicker, Justin Tucker, is available. He does average a point or 2 more than most of the kickers, so he could be good to have. The big question is, do we want to use our waiver? Because we have waiver 1, so it's like, oh, we don't want to spend our waiver, but I don't know. At the same time, we're pretty far into the season. It feels like if you don't use it, you're just going to not use it on anything. Why not use it on the number 1 kicker? Why not use it on a tight end that could have a big spiky week in Taysom Hill? I don't know. I'm still kind of undecided on whether I want to use my waiver or not. And now we're looking at the third team, which is number 1 in the league in points, but somehow we're freaking 4-6 on the record, and we're in 6th place. It's kind of annoying. We need a kicker because we dropped our kicker. We have an IR slot available, so if there's someone on the IR in free agency, we can add them to the team, have an extra body. And then we need a wide receiver for this week. So we're trying to find a wide receiver that we can start this week. I think Tony would probably be the number 1 guy that I want. And then if we couldn't get Tony, I'd go with Curtis Samuel, I guess. I don't really like these other guys. I don't really like Claypool with his shitty quarterback. I don't really like Robinson on that shitty team. Hardman is inconsistent as fuck. I mean, Tony just got to the team and they tried to give him the ball last week, so I figured they'll keep doing it. Robert Woods, Tennessee, no thanks. Gallup against Minnesota, no thanks. Scantling's here too, so there's 3 Chiefs wide receivers available. We should probably pick one of the Chiefs wide receivers, honestly. They're the Chiefs. They're going to score points. Why not go with, even though Hardman's inconsistent or whatever, if we were going to go with a wide receiver for 1 week, why wouldn't you pick a Chiefs receiver? That's kind of a good point. Maybe we should just say fuck Curtis Samuel. We want one of the Chiefs receivers. I think that makes more sense. The Chiefs score a lot of points. They're going to be in the red zone. They're going to have red zone scoring opportunities. Their quarterback is very talented. We need a receiver for 1 week. Well, why not pick a Chiefs receiver? I think that kind of makes sense. Khalil Herbert is available. Why? That's dumb. I mean, say what? K-Met should probably be rostered too. Chiefs pass slot. Yeah, exactly. I mean, just because it's only a 1 week flyer, like, I don't really even want to necessarily keep them on the roster, whoever I add. Although Tony is somebody who should probably just be rostered right now. I just want them for 1 week. Let's go back to this. Let's look for IR players. Breece Hall, he's hurt for the year. Hunter Renfrow, pretty much hurt for the rest of the fantasy year anyway. Bateman's done, right? Yeah. Javonte Williams is done. What about this guy? We should get this guy, Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams, bro. Irv Smith is done. They got Hawkinson on the team now anyway. Rashad Penny's done. Trey Lance is done. Russell Gage. DJ Shark. Cool. So we just looked at everything else, right? Yep. Okay. So we have waiver number 4. We've talked a lot about the waivers today. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna expect to see happen in the next 4 or 5 weeks to use them, but well, actually, that is one thing I didn't think about. Shit. I think I'm probably not going to use it now that I just thought about this. The reason why it could be good to hold on the waiver is because there's not anybody out there to get right now. But since there are still bye weeks, there might be some players in the league that are going to have to make some really, really tough decisions this week in terms of they're going to have to drop somebody who's pretty good because they're going to need to fill a positional need. And then that's who we want to spend our number 1 waiver on, whoever one of these fucking guys drops. See what I mean? Like it's not going to happen, but like when this guy drops DJ Moore, to pick up fucking a tight end because he's got a hurt tight end type of thing, that's the guy you spend the number 1 waiver on. You wait for them to make a drop. And it happens a lot in the busy bye weeks. NFL bye weeks. We're in week 11. There's 4 teams on bye this week. There's 2 teams on bye in week 13. And there's 6 teams on bye in week 14. So week 14, we could actually be using our waiver on somebody really, really fucking good because one of these other teams is going to have to drop somebody to accommodate their roster needs. Something I did not think about earlier. So we probably do want to save it at least through week 14. The Falcons, Bears, Packers, Colts, Saints, and Commanders are all on bye week 14. So if somebody's starting Justin Fields at quarterback and they need a quarterback that week, they're going to need to drop somebody. Unless they're going to drop Justin Fields, they're going to drop somebody else. And if they drop Justin Fields, they'll spend my number one waiver on Justin Fields. It's really the only quarterback, though. No one's going to care about the Falcons quarterback. Colts, Saints, Commanders, and then the Packers have Rodgers, but he hasn't been doing so great. Why does the NFL do it like this, where there's like 6 teams on a bye in 1 week, and the next week only has 2 teams on a bye? It seems super weird. Anyway, now I'm feeling heavily incentivized to not use the waiver, since there's not anybody really that good out there, and now I'm thinking about how the players that we're going to pick up aren't coming from the free agents that are currently existing. The waiver that we're going to be spending is going to be on these players that these guys are going to be dropping tonight for whoever they need to pick up. They're dropping people right now. They're all going to need to make these moves because of the bye weeks. So unless there's somebody that's like, holy fuck, they should definitely not be available, I'm spending my waiver on them right now. We should wait at least through week 14 because of that. So we're dropping Jaylen Warren for one of these Chiefs wide receivers, and then we're going to have to drop somebody. It's going to suck because we're going to have to drop Njoku, or we're going to have to drop Taysom Hill, or we're going to have to drop Deshaun Watson. Which Deshaun Watson is really just a blocker play, and I don't know. Is he going to produce as soon as he comes back to play his first NFL game in fucking forever? Blocking the Deshaun Watson right now doesn't seem nearly as important as some other things. This team's looking pretty fucking good, man. Why are we 4-6 when we're leading in points? It's so dumb. I don't think we want to use this waiver anymore. Funny thing is that everyone else is going to fucking spend theirs, and we're just going to be sitting here with the number one waiver still, and everyone else is going to be picking up all these people, and we're going to be like, oh, we didn't use it, but they could be dropping somebody that we want. That's the main thing. They could be dropping somebody that we want, and there's nobody out there that's like a cinch, got to use your number one waiver this week. I don't think there's anything else to look at with this team. Who's San Francisco? Playing Arizona. That sucks. I guess this team doesn't really need Beckham either. I don't think this bro's gonna even play. Like, in terms of fantasy football, I just don't think... I don't know. I don't know. I think we would much rather drop Beckham than Watson. I don't think Beckham is going to necessarily make somebody a fantasy winning team just because they have Beckham on their team now. Like, he's going to score 2 touchdowns a game for the fucking Cowboys or something. Like, I don't see it. Deshaun Watson could be big points, though. I think we're going to just end up dropping Beckham. And this team's got good receivers already. We got Amar St. Brown and Tyreek Hill after this bye week. They're going to start every game the rest of the way. I don't see how we ever start Odell. I don't think we really start Watson either, but I do think it's a better block. We might start him. Probably not, but we might. So we win this week, but we go down in the leaderboard somehow. Our waiver is number 4. Yeah, so this team wasn't doing so good for a while, but we're on a little bit of, I think, 2-game winning streak or something. Jalen Hurts, Deshaun Watson, Thielen, Boyd, Moore, Allen. Yeah, Keenan Allen's been hurt the whole damn year for us here. Oh, now they're not going to let me keep him on IR? God, I hate this shit. We're like, they don't play ever, you know? He's missed, like, fucking every game practically here. But every week, it's like, oh, he's not on the IR anymore. You have to make do. And then it's like, what? But then you're going to put him right back on the IR. Alright, let's just drop our kicker again, I guess. I don't want to play Thielen against Dallas's defense. I think this is going to be the starting lineup this week. E.J. Moore, Tyler Boyd, Aaron Jones, Patterson, Cook, Kittle, Jalen Hurts again. We're going to need to drop somebody for the kicker. We're probably just going to drop Baltimore defense. See who's out there. So this team doesn't have anyone on bye like the other teams. Could be nice to pick up Madison to handcuff Cook at some point. I don't really feel the need to do that right now. This team's alright. Way different players on this team than the other teams. We only have one share of DJ Moore, one share of Tyler Boyd, one share of Cordarrelle Patterson. We only have one share of Dalvin Cook. We have one share of Ezekiel Elliott. Like, this team is very, very unique. One share of Keenan Allen. This is the only team where I have these players. So it's a completely different team than the other two teams that are in playoff contention right now, which I guess I kind of like because it makes us a little bit lower variance than if all the players were the same. I'm more into the high variance, but to have one team here that's a little bit different, it's nice. I don't know that this team can really get it done, though. Maybe if the Packers keep giving the ball to Aaron Jones or something, we'll be alright. We got Jalen Hurts over here, it's good. We got Kittle, we got a tight end on this team. Yeah, I don't think there's anything going on here. We need to drop Baltimore's defense to add a kicker. We probably don't want to do this till later on in the week. Do this late in the week. We don't want to do this early on in the week and give someone a chance to pick up Baltimore's defense and start them this week and improve their team. We don't want to do that. Fuck them, right? All right, let's see what IR players are available here, and then I think we're just done. We just figured out why we don't want to spend the waiver, because we're going to spend the waiver maybe in 2 days when other people drop good players. What was I looking at here? Oh. IR stuff. Is Ertz done for the year? He is. He's out for the season. Oh, shit. Alright. That's pretty much it. We're saying, fuck this first team. We don't want to spend any fucking energy worrying about this first team. We'll keep them set up for this week. We'll try to win this week. We're going to get a quarterback here. We're going to pick up Mariota or Garoppolo probably. And, yeah, so, I mean, we're going to try... You know, we're still going to try, even though I feel like we're pretty much eliminated, but I'm not going to spend too much brain power on it. And these three teams, hopefully we can get 3 playoff appearances and 3 wins. We got a first place team here, 7-3, and the team's pretty stacked, so I kind of expect to make the playoffs. This 4-6 team is number 1 in points. So if we can just win these damn matchups, we need more wins, obviously. We're behind. We're in 6th place, but we have number 1 in points. So we're going to win every tiebreaker. We just need to get some wins, man. This team's 4-6. They can make it too. This team has no kicker. Damn, this guy's got Justin Fields going for him now. 40 back-to-back 40-point fantasy weeks. Like, how is this a real thing? This is Justin Fields' first 5 weeks. 14 points, 9 points, 7 points, 10 points, 17 points. In his last 4 weeks, 24, 26, 42, and 40. Holy shit. And this guy has McCaffrey, and this guy has Justin Jefferson. Like, fuck, this looks like a week we're going to fucking lose. We have Tyreek Hill on a bye, and this guy's got Justin Fields coming off 40-point fucking fuck. That sucks. This is not looking like a good matchup at all. Oh, man. This is not looking like a good matchup. We need to win this one, man. Are we going with Dak Prescott here, by the way? I'm not going to play Kyler Murray first week back off an injury against San Francisco defense. I'm already playing San Francisco defense. I'm not doing it. So it's going to be Dak. Oh. Hope this guy accepts this trade. Trade deadline's like right now, isn't it? Trade deadline is November 19th, and it's November 15th right now. So, like, this weekend. think we're done with this. This team's fucked. This team, we're trying to switch to Justin Tucker as our kicker. We're trying to switch Adam Thielen to one of these other wide receivers for this 1 week, and then we'll probably end up dropping them, getting somebody else, starting the normal receivers we normally start. Thinking about dropping our tight end. Well, we got to drop our tight end because he's on a bye for one of these other tight ends. We actually sent a trade for a tight end as well. Traded a running back for a tight end. This team, 1 IR slot available. We need to pick somebody up. We need a kicker, so we're going to drop Beckham or Hill, or we don't know. We got to drop somebody for a wide receiver. We're going to end up dropping our Jalen Warren share for Tony, Hardman, or Scantling. Get some Chiefs points. This team's got an IR slot available, and we need a kicker. We're going to drop our defense, backup defense for this kicker, but we're not going to do it till later on in the week so that we can prevent other teams from picking up Baltimore defense. And we're not going to use our waiver on anyone anywhere because I don't like any of these fucking players enough to use it, and there's a possibility that over the next 2 weeks that are filled with buys, that teams are going to be put in very tough decisions where they may have to drop some better players than you'd think they drop to make accommodations for their teams. It's getting kind of exciting, but I'd be even more excited if Nick Chubb would have won last week. I mean, what the fuck are we doing in 6th place when we're number 1 in points? It's very annoying. It's like clearly my best team, too. 4-6. I lost this week by 4 points to the freaking 2-7 team beat me. It's my 3rd straight loss. I was 4-3 apparently. There's nothing we could have done. We started the best players pretty much. We didn't leave a ton of points on our bench. This guy got 27 fantasy points from freaking Christian Kirk. I mean, what? He started Daniel Jones against me at quarterback. He started Daniel Jones over Justin Herbert. Wow. If he would have started Herbert instead of Jones, I would have won. Holy shit. He didn't want to play Herbert against San Fran's defense, I guess. Houston's defense has been playing decent, though. Holy shit, man. We lost to Daniel Jones. I think I'm getting ready to take a nap. I'm feeling pretty tired. I don't like feeling tired. I'm definitely not going to be playing poker if I feel this tired. We need to play poker. We need more money. We need money. We got the Blitz. We got the Tuesday Tussle. We got the Super. All happened in like 8 or so. So yeah, I might do like a short session tonight with some cards. Play these 3 or 4 decent global tournaments. I need some sleep right now. It was fun talking strats with some of you. Some of you not so sure what the deal is. But, yeah, whatever. People are going to keep being people all the people time and all the people places. Oh, here we go. 12-man PPR. Jacobs, Garrett Wilson, and Elijah Moore. Who the fuck even has Elijah Moore rostered, bro? Has this guy even done anything this year? He's like wanting to be traded. This guy hasn't scored any fantasy points since fucking week 4. Like, what the fuck? Anyway. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's hilarious. Elijah Mitchell. The Niners guy. That makes way more sense. Oh, man, that is pretty funny. I mean, what are the chances there are even 2 Elijah M's to talk about? Okay. Jacobs, Garrett Wilson, and Elijah Mitchell for T. Higgins and Miles Sanders? I don't think so, man. Why do you want to do that? Jacobs has been scoring like 30 fucking points every week. Garrett Wilson's got good potential to be as good as, well, not as good as T. Higgins probably. I don't like Miles Sanders, man. That's the thing that turns me off. I just don't like him. He's in an offense where they run the ball a lot with the quarterback, vultures all the touchdowns. Elijah Mitchell had 18 carries last week, bro. Nah. I like Jacobs, Garrett Wilson, Elijah Mitchell more than T. Higgins and Sanders. Who's turning you on? Is it T. Higgins with no chase and getting all those points? It just doesn't sound good to me, man. I don't know. You just wanting to trade? You guys get excited to trade? Like, you guys just get big boners for pulling off fantasy football trades? I don't want to do that trade, man. I don't think so. Jacobs is the best running back in the deal. And, T. Higgins is the best wide receiver in the deal. Shit, I don't know. Fuck. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought. It kind of depends on your roster construction too, man. Like, if you weren't starting Garrett Wilson and you have these other wide receivers that you already have that are already studs, if you already have Justin Jefferson on your team or something, and then, or how about this? What if you have a ton of good running? It kind of depends on your roster. You have Saquon, yeah. So you might not care about Jacobs to Sanders because you have Saquon, and you get to pick up T. Higgins, kind of thing. You don't care about Jacobs and Elijah Mitchell because you've got Saquon. You're fine with Sanders. You're probably more excited about Sanders than I am, though, because you're like, ooh, Eagles offense, undefeated team, Miles Sanders, red zone touches, but he didn't do anything last night, and they lost the game. That shit's terrible. You have Amar St. Brown and Godwin. T would go at flex once you pick him up, but what's wrong with you starting Amar St. Brown, starting Godwin, and starting Jacobs and Saquon? That's the team. You have Godwin, Amon-Ra, Jacobs, and Saquon. That's who you want. I like that team. I don't think you want to mess with that. I don't like Sanders, man. How does he not do more last night? They actually lost the first game of the year, and they didn't even use him hardly at all in the first half. He ended up with 12 carries, but, I mean, he doesn't even, he had a 27-carry game here. He actually did well. It's kind of like the Aaron Jones situation with Miles Sanders. They just don't give him the ball. I don't fucking know why. He seems pretty good at football. 2 flex league. Well, shit, man. I mean, I ain't no fantasy football expert or nothing. These are tough questions. I mean, I hope I'm helping you sort it out, though. It's cool. Whatever. You got a question, I got answers, man. I just I don't know. I I don't know. Maybe Jacobs didn't do so great last week, but he's got to be the number 1 running back. Isn't he the number 1 running back, Jacobs? Okay, no. He's a number 6 running back. And you have Saquon. You just say T. Higgins. Garrett Wilson can end up making noise, man. Garrett Wilson just had a good game against the Bills, and the Jets are trying to go to the playoffs and shit. He's got 15 targets, 14 catches, 200 yards against good defenses. New England defense and Buffalo defense. And his quarterback is fucking Zach Wilson. I like your team already, man. I don't think you should fuck with it, but if you listen to my advice and you lose, I don't want to hear any shit. Alright. Players to roster this week. Rashad White, he's already rostered in all 4 of these leagues. Gus Edwards, he's already rostered in all 4 of these leagues. Isaiah Pacheco, okay, he's actually available. He's actually available in quite a few. Latavius Murray, he's available in quite a few. Madison, he's available in 1 or 2. Jalen Warren, he's available in a few, and I'm actually about to drop him. Jerick McKinnon, Joshua Kelly. Wide receivers, Kadarius Toney. Yep, that's the number 1 guy we're trying to pick up. Donovan Peoples-Jones, I'm not interested in him. Christian Watson for the Packers, oh yeah. Odell Beckham, Treylon Burks for the Titans, coming back off injury. Darius Slayton, Zay Jones, but he's on a bye, Zay Jones this week. Isaiah McKenzie, Terrace Marshall Jr. I wouldn't be that interested in a Panthers wide receiver. Michael Gallup, Jahan Dotson, Mac Hollins. Tight ends, Cole Kmet. Yeah, he needs to be rostered. Evan Ingram, he's on a bye, but he's a good player. Foster Moreau, no thanks. Quarterbacks, Daniel Jones is only 64% rostered. He has 4 games with at least 35 rushing and 3 more with 65. Drop Murray for quarterback. Oh, Jones is not available in this league, though, huh? Cool. That's just what I was checking on. Jones is available here, but we already have Hurts. Yeah, he's only available in 1 league, Daniel Jones, actually. Defenses. Cincinnati Bengals defense. New York Jets defense. Okay. Morph, I hope I helped you out, man. I don't think you should do that trade. I think you should stand pat. I think you should wrap the table on that one, dude. But I can't predict the future. Don't get mad at me when Saquon Barkley drives drunk and fucking crashes his car and fucking ends up dying in a single car accident tomorrow or something and doesn't play this weekend. I don't want to hear any shit from you, okay? Or not Saquon, the other guy. Jacobs. God forbid. Alright, you guys, I'm out of here. I'm taking a nap. No more fantasy football for today. The season's winding down. There's not going to be as many moves. The rosters are getting more kind of like fortified, but we do have these bye weeks in the next 2 weeks where there could be some movement. So I think we want to hold on to our waiver for that action, see what we can figure out. Alright, y'all, we'll probably be pokering at like, I don't know, 8 o'clock Eastern or something tonight. Play a few games, see what happens. Alright, y'all.